Hey everybody, Dan here for Argo Comics, where we do not just publish independent comics, we support independent comics. I have stack these up, big stack of indie comics to get to. I'm going to ask that you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. All this will help improve us in the algorithm, get more eyes on all these great independent comics. Please leave a comment below. That'll help us out as well. Tell me what independent comics you've been picking up. All right. Now, starting, picked up half the pack here. Did have my own new release, Argo 5 number 44. Okay. There's a cover by Dan Campos. The interiors, we have myself writing, art by Leo Gundam, colors by Peria Pillai. I did the lettering on this one. And we have a pinup section with, as you know, a number of pinups of the team. Leo doing some great work as per usual. This is kind of like showing some downtime with the team. But there's plenty of action within that I will not spoil. We had this other variant cover by Luis 13. Sometimes he had gone by Antipus. No, he did first issue of Patriotica for Antarctic Press. Way back, he did a little story in Argo Comics Anthology number 1. I believe that was 2008. So I've had a long-standing working relationship with Luis, and he does great work. Did this fantastic cover with the new lineup of the team. Yeah, the rest of it, it's a little spoilery. So don't want to go any further into that. But this is, as I said, issue 44, available at Indie Planet. And I'll have a link below. And we're, marching on our way to issue 50. So Argo 5, 44, Argo Comics. And we have our friends at Advent Comics with Titan number 3. Titan is that hero in the middle, fighting a bunch of super villains. Yeah, I really like the look of this book. Writer Tony Cottrell, pencils Nitho Diaz, inks Thiago Gomez da Costa, colors Hedwin Zaldivar, and letters Ed Dukeshire. So Nitho, I've had some covers by him, really great artist, and he does a great job here. You can see dynamic action, colors are nice, letters are good, everything looking very good with this. Advent also has the Epiphany engine coming up with a bunch of great creators involved. A whole bunch of ads over here for different books they put out. So they are available through Diamond, so you can order them if you have a Diamond catalog and you go to your comic store and tell them which ones you want. You can add Advent to the list of whatever you're picking up. Here we got a team shot of this villain team here. Very cool. Really like that. Always love a good team shot. And that again, Titan number 3. Antarctic Press. We have Tomorrow Girl number 5. Tomorrow Girl spun out of, it was a Tomorrow Man, kind of Superman analog in Ninja High School way back. Tomorrow Girl, right here. Story by David Furr, art by Ben Dunn, colors by Jerry Lloyd. So yeah, great to see Ben Dunn art. Always, always, always love his art. David Furr does great stories for them. There's Tomorrow Girl in action. And as it says on the cover, so I'm not really spoiling it, Crimson Scorpion appears in this, who's had numerous Antarctic appearances. So great to see that. And we have a cartoony kind of backup story in the book as well. Huh? It looks like we have Professor Steambeam from Ninja High School making an appearance in that backup story, as well as some other. Got good old Arnie showing up from Ninja High School. Let's see about creators for that story. In Science, Stranger Than Fiction by Danny Ferbert. Danny Ferbert, creator of that backup story. That is one. We have Ninja High School. Speaking of Ninja High School, number 194. Here we go. Story Steve Ross, art Ben Dunn, colors HDR Web. So really nice work. Ben Dunn, always bringing it in. Let's see, there's, nope. Yeah, story Steve Ross, art Ben Dunn, colors Nick Webb, lettering Hector Negrete. So, wasn't sure how to pronounce that one. And yeah, well, it seems like we have a little, as you can see on the cover, like a King Kong, Godzilla. Although Kong looks a little bit more like Dragon Ball Z. Was it Gohan turns into the Zakru, I think it's pronounced, which is always a favorite part of the show for me in Dragon Ball Z. So yeah, lots of great stuff. Don't want to spoil this as well. We got this Bikini Venture Rangers. I think was a Kickstarter book. It might have been this story. I have to recheck that because that looked like it could have been 3 issues of Argo, 3 issues of Ninja High School, and it seems like maybe that's what it's being used for. And again, we get a more cartoony backup story. Story note by Eric Perez. Colors and background lettering. What does that say? Chenna Shinobi. So again, another cartoony backup story 194. They're on their way marching to 200. So Ninja High School, long running. I started my fandom of that series in 1989, with the Ninja High School Perfect Memory #1, which I found in a comic store in Manhattan. Okay, we got Exciting Comics number 44. Demon Hunter Raven. Alright, so it's good that he's Demon Hunter Raven, or else DC lawyers might get on them for Raven. Demon Hunter Raven, Fat Girl and Killinger. Seems like, again, this is a anthology. Demon Hunter Raven art. Fat Girl, which I know earlier chapters were Evan Quering, who we like here on the show. New artist on this chapter, Joseph Alesco, new artist on this one. So that's Fat Girl and Killinger, martial law. Okay. Okay, Demon Hunter Raven, story and art by Nicholas Mueller. Fat Girl, created and written by John Rhodes. Line art, Joseph Lesko. Colors, Avery Ferdinand. Story and art for Killinger is by Fernando Sosa. So that's Killinger. And yeah, that's Exciting Comics number 44. With my order, for some reason, they chucked in an Exciting Comics 10. I don't know if it's because my distributor saw that saw my name on the order and knows that I'm the creator of Big House Blues, which is the cover of this Exciting Comics number 10. Yeah, I had Big House Blues in this issue and Weirdo in this issue. And we had our friend Andre Leal did a Rightus Man Part 1. And we had Cat Girl by David Furr and Jane Wynn Part 2. So yeah, maybe like I said, unless it couldn't have been on back order since we're up to number 44. I think they had a spare copy and they threw it in, maybe knowing I was the creator of the book. So I thank them for that. Lastly, in Antarctic Press, we have Gold Digger, Mistress of Mars. This is 2 of 4. And this is a mature reader, not safe for work version of Gold Digger. So, yeah, I don't know if there's anything in particular safe pages to show. Splash page seems to have nothing on it, just to give you an idea of the art and color style. But Fred Perry, who did 300 issues of Gold Digger, does this. I'll instantly buy anything he puts out. So cool to see something new from him. Okay, we have this Bloodstrike Battle Book. Okay, this is a trade collection of, okay, it's by Rob Liefeld, one of my favorite creators. And yeah, it has a number of Brigade issues, one Youngblood issue, uh, Brigade Remastered, which a number of different artists drew pages from Brigade #1, Bloodstrike #1 Remastered. But of particular interest for me on this was Brigade #1. Says it's a Wizard World edition, and I believe it's the Indiegogo book, which I had ordered and didn't get. So I was, I'm not really an investor of books. I'm not really worried about the monetary value of that book. I just wanted the story, being a big Rob Liefeld fan. Um, so I'm very happy to have it included in this trade paperback. Um, I did see there was a Kickstarter also, and the preview pages on the Kickstarter, I double checked because I wanted to make sure this was indeed the Indiegogo book included in this, and it was, because I saw the preview pages in the video, and they were the ones on this. The Kickstarter had different preview pages. So I'm not sure if there was another book that was released uh, with Brigade that had a different story, something like Battlestone turning into a stone monster or something. If you look up the Brigade Kickstarter, you'll see different pages, preview pages in the Brigade Indiegogo. But the Brigade Indiegogo is the one that I backed, so I'm very happy to finally have that story because it's kind of like always in the back of my mind. I listen to Rob's podcast, and I'm always kind of uh, nudged in the back of my mind about what that story was. So I'll be very happy to be able to read it within these pages. And yeah, I bought most of the other stuff in issue form. I'm still always in favor of getting a good trade. So happy to have this one. Uh, let's see, we have Improbable Girl and Wonder Kitty. This is number 8. Don Simpson, Megaton Man creator, did the cover here. And yeah, I've been including this book. Let's see. I'm looking to see if there's credits here. I think Joe Eli Carrales does the whole book, except for that cover. So I think it's pretty simple. Okay, it's a cartoony style of art. It's kind of said it reminds me a bit of Schoolhouse Rock. Uh, as you can see, it has a kind of a square lettering box. So it's a little off the beaten trail, but the story's been very good. This one is, as I said, The Druid's Secret, Part 2. So a lot of the earlier issues, as Joe has said, has been kind of a setup. And now this is getting into a little bit of a meatier story. Let's see. Yeah, so again, I don't usually do reviews because this is just what I'm picking up. But there's some artifacts. This ancient druid is possessing this guy Leprechaun in the present. Um, Improbable Girl is kind of getting visions. So that's actually her, I think, transforming into. And there's Wonder Kitty in the corner. Uh, so yeah, she's kind of. I think this is her transforming into a version of the possessed from a character in the past as well, from the Druid's time, who has been giving her visions of artifacts that are involved in all this. Uh, yeah, and this is kind of like a backup thing that kind of goes into the backstory, explaining what is happening here with this druid's secret. In the back, we get an interview with Ken Bailey, creator of the Mighty Energy Girl. So both of these creators I first came across in Yeet, which we usually show on the Indie Comics Monster Hall videos, which I get from Patreon. Pretty much just go to Patreon, look up Yeet, just like the Bloodline says it, YEET, and it is a comic that they pretty much just charge you $5 anytime they print a copy. It gets charged, and then you get mailed a copy. So it's just a subscription to Yeet through Patreon. It's always good. I saw that kind of, I guess, playing around with the title to make it more, because Improbable Girl and Wonder Kitty is a lot. So this cover said Improb and Wonk. So it was a kind of a stylized way of making their making the title. But yeah, it's been an enjoyable read, and you know, of course, as a superhero fan, which Joe addressed this in his editorials here. Sometimes they're waiting for more like a superhero action type thing, uh, and he's assured us that more that is on the way. So we have more of this coming in future episodes. Now, I'm not going to lie, this one was a Kickstarter that took a long time to reach me. Got to keep it 100 here. This was a while. But to their credit, I did get the book. So, yeah, Star Wars Comics, Vegas Baby, which was part of the Powerverse at the time that I had backed it. And I was involved in the Powerverse, and then Powerverse kind of stopped publishing a bit. So, let's see. Noble Ward, writer-creator, David Tinto art, Sean Hill art. Sean Hill's great. Jansen Smith colors, Jason Farmer colors, Vince White letters, Adam Willett letters. So the book was divided a bit into a couple different creators. So here's a bit of David Tinto art. And then later on, I don't know. Is that true? Let me see. Oh no, it didn't go just half and half. So let me correct that. Let's just make this a David Tinto art. 1, 2, and 3 of David Tinto. 1, 2, 3. So that was in fact the Sean Hill art. I knew from the start that I was making a mistake there because that looked like Sean Hill's art. So that was issue 1. Issue 2. Issue 3. And issue 4. They all look very good. Yeah, I guess, let's see. In subsequent issues, David Tinto just did the art, and Jason Smith did the colors. Adam Wallet did the letters. But it's all very good. Let's see. Architect of the Improbable. That's what it says as the liner under the title there. That's a cool cover, right? Powerful. But yeah, David Tinto looks like he does a very cool job with this. Art and colors, letters all look good. And additionally, I guess making up for the wait, we got a copy of The Stronger, which was included. Okay, that was a more recent Star Wars book. And let's see, Noble Ward, writer-creator. Pencils, inks, Samir Samo. Colors, Keithan Jones. Samir Samo, I actually came across a Gladiator pinup that I still have to publish from him. So obviously, if I patronized him as a pinup artist, I enjoy his work. And it looks like he does a great job here. Look at his art. The Stronger, again, that's Star Wars. And as far as I know, well, you can search Star Wars, but they do run through Kickstarter, so you'll be able to get them through that. Got some free comic book day books. I Lie Popeye is my big get from that, because Marcus Williams did the story and art. And I love Marcus Williams' work. This is a Popeye like you've never seen. And Mark Sprachio, which was a convention friend of mine, also from Long Island. He was involved in this Crestiverse. So I had to give this a shot because he really does some nice work. I will end it right there. Some great books, great reading to be done. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will be back with more indie comics very soon. I was late with getting this one in, and got to get back on track for June. I mean, this is June now. These are the May books. There'll be plenty more to come.